Hi friends, I'm Jamila, and welcome to the Venus Experiment channel. So today's Monday, November 5th, and the sun is in Scorpio, the moon is in Libra, and in this beautiful Libra moon day, it's squaring Pluto this morning. That's going to happen at 9:55 a.m. Pacific time. So Pluto, we're going back to that compost pile. We are going back into the underworld, into the deep dark depths. And it's a square with Pluto. So maybe today you feel like we're having some power struggles or some really yucky stuff happening. Hey, you're right on track. It's Pluto time. So it's time to clean out that compost pile, and it's time to hop into the soup pot and surrender to the transformation that's happening. And this is all preparation for this new moon in Scorpio on Wednesday. So we just can't get away from these deep, dark depths right now. They're following us, and that's what's happening. This is Scorpio season. It's all for a reason. So as we jump into this soup pot today and we surrender to this deep transformation, we are really preparing our systems for the sun and the moon to join in Scorpio in this beautiful, mystical water connection that's being created on Wednesday. But now we're just closing out, clearing out all the rest of this relationship stuff with the moon in Libra and control, power struggles, and let's just surrender to all of it. Surrender to all of it so we can be transformed. And there is a huge aspect happening tomorrow. Uranus is moving backwards into Aries. So Uranus was in Aries for 7 years. These are generational planets. Uranus takes so long to move through a sign, 7 years. It was in Aries, which was the whole revolution of if you want change, you do it yourself. The YouTube thing started so much in the past 7 years. So everyone was looking to themselves to be the change you want in the world. That's Uranus in Aries for sure. The revolution comes from the individual, the Aries, the self. So we're going back. There's still more work to do on the self, on our spiritual protection, the spiritual fire around us needs some change before we can go back to Uranus in Taurus, which it will be in for 7 more years. So we just had a little glimpse of Uranus in Taurus. It went there in May, and now in November is going back to Aries. So we had this 6-month little glimpse of the future of the next 7 years, and that the change was happening in the world, in the physical stuff, in our bodies, in all the physical stuff around us, in Taurus, in Mother Earth, Pachamama. That's where the change is going to happen. But we still have more we need to change in our psyches, in our spiritual selves, the Aries part of ourselves, our spiritual. I think of it as like a halo around you, our spiritual fire. So now the shift is going back to our individual fire, and we are changing our identities. It's changing this aura around us so we can move on to, in March, when it goes back into Taurus and we start our 7-year solid of Uranus and Taurus. But we still need to make more changes in our spiritual fire. Does that make sense to you? I'm still working it out myself, but be the change that you want to be until next March. We're still going back to that. The change happens in the self. the self is the first, and then it ripples out. And then once we really get this huge awakening in our spiritual selves, in our fire selves, in our initiating Aries self, then we can really change in the physical. The next step, Uranus and Taurus, where it's really going to change the physical world around us. But it starts with the fire. The fire, Uranus and Aries. We're going to start that fire up again and look back at the self and say, how can I change myself so my surroundings will change? And we're taking that power back with Uranus and Aries. So it's exciting that there's more to do, more shifts to happen in our spiritual worlds, so we're ready for these physical changes to come. So that's the scoop. I'm excited about Uranus and Aries. We're getting fired up this week with Jupiter going into Sag. Oh, okay, more about that tomorrow. Okay, have a beautiful day. Thanks, bye.